Welcome to my Interceptor build, you speedy bastards. Interceptor is truly something else. It is the most advanced javelin to play, so I advise caution. Definitely try at lower difficulties before you decide to stick with it. Interceptor has a couple of unique mechanics. I'll cover a couple of them here. Most important thing to know is that Interceptor can do triple dodge. What that means is if you hold down dodge button, it will do the dodge 3 times. You can also tap dodge button 3 times in a row to do that, but sometimes it doesn't register as it should, so you might end up with a single dodge instead. So it's much safer option to just hold the dodge button. Next thing that Interceptor can do is spread aura based on the primer that's been put on an enemy. What this means is that if enemies are frozen and you strike them with a melee attack, you will activate an aura that freezes everyone around you for a short period of time. Aura that is going to be activated depends on the primer. That means if enemy have been afflicted with acid, then you'll spread aura of acid. If enemy has been affected by fire, that means you're gonna spread aura of fire. Now that we know this, we can head into the build. Important thing to know is how to play the Interceptor as well. Interceptor is great at striking and running away, because it regenerates shields faster as it moves faster. That means by flying, dashing and dodging. Now that we know all that, the most obvious weapon for the Interceptor would be the shotgun. You're up close all the bloody time, so it works the best, although you won't be using it that much. I suggest next to shotgun to have a long range weapon as well, because some enemies just can't be dealt with melee attacks only. When you get to masterwork weapons, then definitely go for machine pistol. Upon hitting an enemy with that thing from close range, you get a buff that increases melee damage by 110%. That is huge and works fantastic for Interceptor. Assault system should definitely be Cryoglaive. It freezes enemies, making them unable to act, which is important considering how fragile Interceptor really is. When you strike frozen enemy with melee attack, Aura of Ice will be activated, which will spread ice to other nearby enemies as well, making them unable to act and priming them for combos. For strike system I would suggest either a Tempest Strike or Detonating Strike. With Masterwork Tempest Strike called Sudden Death, I managed to do over 20,000 damage per enemy. For support I would suggest the other one. I don't have it. I've been playing Interceptor for about 10 hours today and I couldn't get the bloody thing to drop, so I can't be arsed grinding anymore for it. But anyway, use the other one, not the Rally Cry. The other one I think reduces resistance, something like that. I don't know, I haven't seen it from the beginning, ever since I salvaged it. As for components, I would definitely suggest armor and shield reinforcement, because Interceptor is a snowflake. Battle Inscription increases weapon damage, so it's a nice little addition, especially for those times when you need to be out of melee range, like for example versus Titans. Interceptor combo augment increases how often will aura pulse, meaning how often will it affect other enemies. The more the merrier, right? That's why I've decided to equip it. Blade Inscription increases melee damage, pretty self-explanatory. Double-edged Inscription confused me for a while, but what it actually does is it increases all damage by 35% and also decreases damage that you take by 35%, so it's a win-win. For a long time I thought that double-edged Inscription would actually increase the damage you receive, but it's not the case, it actually decreases the damage you receive. Obviously, upon reaching Masterwork items, you're gonna equip Masterworks. They will increase survivability a lot by providing much more armor and shield reinforcement. They are required for Grandmaster difficulties. Some good gear bonuses would be anything that increases damage for E, that means for Tempest Strike or Detonating Strike, or recharge speed for Cryoglaive or Tempest Strike and Detonating Strike. Next to those, anything that increases shield and armor would also be highly beneficial. There is also a rare gear bonus that increases the recharge rate of ultimate, which is extremely helpful, because as long as you are in the ultimate you cannot be damaged and you can dish out insane amounts of damage yourself. That would be all for this build. I forgot to mention that everything recorded was on Grandmaster 1 difficulty. One more important thing is to craft consumables. They are extremely important in higher difficulties and can increase your survivability a lot, and that's what I would focus on there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the build, thanks for watching and see you all soon.